Lord, you promised if I keep my mind on you, you keep me in perfect peace. With a sincere heart, if I call upon your name, you never turn away from me. Said you give me all the things I need. Oh yeah, I came for deliverance, deliverance I receive. You said you deliver me. Oh, I came. You said you deliver me. Oh Lord, you promised if I keep my mind on you, you never turn away from me. With a sincere heart, if I call upon your name, you never turn away from me. Said you give me everything I need. Oh yeah, I came for deliverance, deliverance I receive. You said you deliver me. Oh, I came. You said you deliver me. Oh, every promise is mine. Oh, yes, I know it's mine. Every promise is mine, Only feel like I came, I know. Every promise is mine, Oh, yes, I know it's mine. Every promise is mine, Only feel like I came. Salvation, I came for salvation, Lord. Salvation I received. You said you would save me, Lord. But just to hear your word, I came just to hear your word. Your word that I received. You said you would send your word. Oh, I came for deliverance. Deliverance I received. You said you deliver me. Okay. Oh, every promise is mine. Oh, yes, I know it's mine. Every promise is mine, Only felt like I came. Every promise is mine, Oh, yes, I know it's mine. Every promise is mine, Only felt like I came. Deliverance, I came for deliverance. Deliverance I received. You said. Salvation. You said you would save me, Lord. Oh, just to hear your word, I came just to hear your word that I read. You said you would send your word. And that's what I believe, And that's what I believe. And that's what I believe.
The sun had not yet broken over the horizon. It was still dark outside, but the mother went to where her children were sleeping, and she touched each child on the shoulder and called them by name. Get up, it's time to go. And the children, rubbing sleep from their eyes, got out of bed and washed their faces, put their clothes on, and they beat their mother to the door. Come on, Mama, let's go. Come on, Mama, hurry up. And pretty soon the family set off for the trip. An older woman whose body was racked with pain, whose joints ached every time she moved, was able to hobble from her bed, light a candle, and she made her way to the door. This old man who had worked around town for a long time, a lot of people knew him, maybe not his name, but they saw him often enough, and they would nod their heads at him, and he picked up his crutch, and he too went out the door. And as far as the eyes could see, there were men, women, boys, and girls going in one direction. If a stranger had come to town and asked the question, "Where are you going?" I'm sure somewhere someone would have said, "We're going to see Jesus. Come go with us." And so the multitude began to walk toward the hillside. Now the sun is beginning to rise. The dew that has so gently kissed the grass is beginning to evaporate. The heat begins to rise and perspiration pours down the faces, but the people don't stop. They keep going. And as they keep going, more and more people join in with them. And finally, they come to a hillside. And there on the top of the hill, they see a man. Looks like an ordinary man, but there was something about him. There was an aura around him. There was a glow. And this man, while he looked like an ordinary man, was extraordinary. And the people pressed in as close as they could get. Well, Matthew records the story on this lines. Now when Jesus heard this, he withdrew from there in a boat to a deserted place by himself. But the crowds heard it, and they followed him on foot from the town. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion on them, for they were very sick. When it was evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now late. Send the crowd away so that they may go into the villages and buy food for themselves." Jesus said to them, "They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat." They replied, "We have nothing here but 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he said, "Bring them to me." More than a fish fry. When I was a young girl growing up in Lexington, the sisters from the Fire Baptized Holiness Church over on Connor Street didn't have a lot of money or a lot of persons who could give of their abundance. And I remember one lady, Miss Teresa Cooper. Miss Teresa would walk around with one of those little caps on the head with the bow under, a long skirt, and a bib apron. And Miss Teresa had more pockets in that skirt than anybody I knew. She could pull out a can of snuff, 2 bros snuff. She could pull out marbles for little boys. She could pull out Jack Rocks for little girls. Miss Teresa could pull out candy. You had to get the lint off of it. But Miss Teresa could pull out something for everybody. and somewhere she'd come up with a prayer for you. And everybody respected Miss Teresa. But when it came time to raise money for the church, they'd move over to Raleigh Road. You know, every town has a Raleigh Road. Every town has that section where one can quench one's thirst. Y'all act like y'all didn't grow up on that part of town. One could quench one's thirst. And I ain't talking about Sundrop, RC Cola, or Mountain Dew. Now you with me. But Miss Teresa and her sisters would get over there and they would take this big black pot, put a fire under it, and drop pure lard in that pot. Somebody had been down the High Rock Lake and was fishing, caught fish, cleaned them, and brought them to Miss Teresa. And friends, let me tell you, she'd take her hands, drop them in that brown paper bag that had cornmeal and I don't know what all else in it. And she'd hit it a couple of times and just throw that fish in the pot, and the fish would jump down there and jump right back up. Golden brown. And they would sell fish sandwiches. And folk who went to the other churches, it was like a mass exodus out of neighborhoods as people would make their way to Raleigh Road to get a fish sandwich. And it was nothing but 2 pieces of light bread and some coleslaw. And the best fish you ever put in your mouth. But you see, these people in Matthew's gospel were going to more than just a fish fry. You see, they had needs, they had pain, they had sorrow, they had sickness, they had disappointment, they had disillusionment. There were trials and tribulations in their lives, and I admit maybe some just came out of curiosity. But for the most part, each man, woman, boy, and girl had a need. A need that no thing and no one except Jesus could satisfy. How about this morning? Don't we have needs? Don't we have cares? Don't we have sorrows? Don't we have those things in our lives that we've tried to fix, only to find out we either made it worse or messed it up completely? And so this morning we join with that multitude in going up the hillside to see Jesus and bring to him all our cares, all our concerns, because we know that in addition to the fish sandwich, we will find healing, we will find health, and we will find holiness. So be it. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the blessed Holy Spirit.